Stellar with a pick a card reading for you, and in this reading we're going to be looking at your person's current feelings for you. So the person on your mind, whether they're a friend or somebody else, you know, maybe a crush or something beyond that, who knows, whatever you kind of want to apply this for, this is going to be a reading that reveals their current feelings. And of course it's timeless, so whenever you come across it, it can be something of importance if you're feeling drawn to one of the groups. Let's see, what else do I want to say? I haven't done one of these in quite a while, and if my fingers look shiny, I literally just burned my fingers on hot coffee. You know, Leo rising, Mars is in my first. Jeez Louise, I should have known better. So, but that won't stop my Aries ass from recording, so I just put some aloe vera on it. I've got it right here. I'll take breaks and just apply it. And that soothes the pain for a little while. But anyways, I hope that this reading finds you well, healthy, happy. Hopefully you don't have any burns. Leo risings, be careful of being reckless right now. Because Mars in our first house, of course, is, you know, more prone to be accidental. So anyway, I hope that this reading helps. I hope it brings some insight to you. And let's go ahead and get started. I'll see you in your reading. Hello, so group number 1, let's go ahead and get started and see how your person's currently feeling about you. So we have friends. All the love your light extends, its reflection shown in chosen friends. So this seems for a lot of me to be a friendship-based relationship, or at least this person feels quite friendly. They feel like you're a good friend, and it feels like you're chosen to them, like a chosen friend, somebody that they would choose to have around them in general. So let's see. We also have beginnings here with East, the cosmos, creativity and vastness. And we have the Two of Cups, the Sun and the King of Cups. Well, this is really a beautiful reading. I feel like for a lot of you, the person that you're asking about feels a kinship with you. They feel connected to you. They feel like you bring them a sense of, I guess, emotional connection. They feel like perhaps they can rely on you, that you bring them certain amount of joy and happiness, support. I feel like for a lot of you, this person feels like you're a person that they could lean on for support during difficult times. You also could be very supportive of creative endeavors and of their goals and hopes and wishes. But overall, this is a person who cares deeply about you, no matter what the connection is. I would say that there is a lot of emotional connection here, whether it's a friendship or something beyond. East card says, worry not, a new dawn is breaking. Let go of the old and embrace the new. Flow forward with heaviness or without heaviness or anxiety. New ways of being are being called to you. Speak up with a clear voice and do not resist change. So that's quite interesting, because of course for some of you, maybe for some of you, that you've helped this person through some sort of change or beginning. Perhaps you are vital to a journey that they're making. Your support is vital to a journey that they're making in their life, whether, you know, when they're changing something, when they're letting go of things. I think this also talks about, it says, flow forward without heaviness or anxiety. You bring this person a sense of support and lightness. The Sun here definitely speaks to me of very innocent happiness. And so it's like there's something about you that's just kind of light, warm, and supportive to them. And they feel that for sure. With the cosmos and in particular, you think of like the vastness, right? And that's one of the key words. So it's almost like perhaps that, you know, indicates that maybe for some of you there's a vastness between you. Maybe for some of you this is an online connection or something like that. Or maybe it began online. But there's also this sense of like exploration, that anything could happen, that there's room for different things to kind of happen. I also feel like some sort of supportive, like I said, this person probably feels that you're quite supportive to their creativity, that maybe you're amused to them, or you give them inspiration, or they find support in your words, comfort in your words, is one thing I want to say. With the King of Cups here, of course, this can represent water energy, right? So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio are signs that are water signs. It doesn't mean that this person is that sign, but it does seem like this person feels a lot of empathy towards you, feels a lot of compassion towards you, and probably wishes quite the best for you, actually. And I feel like this is a person who wants to see you happy, wants to see you shine, wants to hopefully be there for you. Now, of course, this could go the other way. I'm sure that some of you might find that this person hasn't been supportive, but they may feel like you're supportive to them. So take it as it resonates, because I know for some of you it might feel like the opposite message. And of course, with general readings, that's, you know, something that happens here and there. But there's a sense of expansion as well, and success to their feelings. I would say optimism as well. Perhaps you bring this person a sense of optimism. Your encouragement brings them optimism. So yeah, the Two of Cups can talk about, well, you know, I mean, it can be romantic, but it can also be platonic as well. So especially with the friends here, I feel like, you know, there might be a good portion of you that are asking about a friendship or something that's kind of based on friendship. I don't want to necessarily, I don't feel called to say that this is romantic. For some of you it may be, and that won't discount it, but for some reason I feel kind of more led to push the friendship, clearly because of that card. But I do feel like this is a person who also might feel that you've come together for a purpose or a reason. Maybe for some of you, you have some kind of significant contacts in your astrology charts together, like maybe nodal contacts or vertex or something that kind of makes it feel fated, or necessary to be kind of in contact in some kind of format. We also have 3 and 41. 19 and 2. So these are numbers that might be relevant to you guys. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm really feeling here. A sense of comfort, a sense of happiness, and a sense of caring and nurturing, essentially. I do feel like this person they feel very calm around you in a sense, you know? They just feel calm, like you bring a calming effect to them. I might pull a little bit more here. Oh, and I got you guys a song. Let me tell you, I think it was Slow Dancing in the Dark. By, what's his name? Joji. Yeah, Slow Dancing in the Dark. So that's interesting. Song. Maybe some of you will relate to this song, or maybe you've thought of this person when you've heard this song, or maybe there's something about this song that will kind of speak to you in regards to this connection. I want to grab one of these cards. Hold on. I'm trying not to knock everything over. I have like a little tower going on over here, and I'm already apparently reckless since I burned my fingers. So, number ones. How are they feeling? Damn it. Did you hear that, guys? So many fell. Oh well. Apparently I'm just a reckless person today, aren't I? So we have glamour and justice. That's quite interesting. So there is a sense of like glamour. Now glamour, of course, can be making something in magic that can be kind of putting an illusion on something, which is quite interesting. Of course, this person could think you're glamorous. And I think there's a feeling of, okay, this is interesting. Glamour and justice. Justice is all about balance. The scales can't be too tipped. So it does feel like this person kind of looks at the connection in a very, a way that is very balanced. So I would say that probably this person feels like they don't want to like count their chickens before they're hatched, right? So especially for some of you, if this person is like someone you've never met in real life, as an example, they may be kind of skeptical. Not skeptical, they feel good about you, but like perhaps there's a safeness or a calmness to the way that they kind of feel about you, trying not to get too head over heels or try to get too far ahead of themselves. There's just a sense of a practical nature. And even the King of Cups is quite grounded in the emotions, right? It's not somebody who's going to act like too much on them, too quickly, as an example. They're usually quite grounded, the King of Cups. So it does feel like somebody who's kind of emotionally stable and tries to wait for the proof. The proof is in the pudding, that kind of thing. and they'll kind of wait for the proof before they make any rash decisions, as an example too. So that might be the kind of personality this person brings to the relationship that you guys have, is a sense of practicality, of balance, of trying to perhaps look at things in a way that is practical in a sense. But there is a sense of celebration, though. I see that champagne glass, and I do think that this person feels like you're quite bubbly, and there's just something about you that's really nice to be around. And interestingly, we have this cityscape in that card, and it kind of calls me into that vastness. It's like, have you ever, I remember when I used to live in Moscow, sometimes I would just look outside my apartment building and I would just see all the lights in the city, and I thought, how many people are in these buildings? And there's just, it's like an unexplainable, you know, when you're in a big city and you just really realize how many people are around you, how many lives are being lived, that sort of thing. So it's almost like a sense of like, I feel like for some of you, you haven't met this person in real life. Not all of you, but some of you. And that there's a sense of like somewhere out there. That song comes to my mind from, oh gosh, I think it's from Fievel. When I was a kid, I used to love that American Tail. Fievel, it was about a little mouse. I had like the huge stuffed animal of that character. But there's a song somewhere out there, beneath the pale moonlight. I can't remember all the words, but I don't know if anyone will remember that song. But for some reason that came to me. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing. I would say that this person's thoughts are quite positive. Their feelings are quite positive about you right now. Again, like I said, maybe there's a little bit of caution. But again, that's nice because this person doesn't have high expectations. This is not a person, especially for those of you maybe that are wondering if you can live. Sometimes if you're feeling a little bit insecure, you might wonder, will I meet this person's expectations? They don't have any. They don't put on airs. They don't put on, they don't fall too quickly into like a fantasy trap where they'll end up disappointed. They look at things pretty practically. So I think that's good for some people who might wonder, oh, what if, like, you know, especially those of you in like maybe a long distance thing where you might wonder where, oh, if they met me or they saw me now, or would they think something of me? Would they like me or not? Maybe they, you know, think I'm better than I am. You know what I mean? We sometimes have these types of fears, and for some reason I'm being called to speak about it. So I would say that this person has a very balanced sense of who you are, and they feel like they don't feel like they're putting on any kind of fantasy necessarily. So interesting. Let's go ahead and I'm going to put these on over here. I'll pick them up after I'm done recording this pile. Let's get some charms. Let me put I keep putting aloe vera on my fingers. I don't know if you guys saw the intro, but I burned my fingers on coffee earlier. It doesn't look too bad, but like it burns like the dickens. Okay, so group number one's personality. So we have a butterfly here. So butterflies could be significant. Of course, butterflies signify to me changes as well. So that's kind of interesting. You might be part of a shift in this person's life towards maybe some kind of metamorphosis in their life. Maybe there's a support there, kind of like we already had picked up. There's also a lot of, okay, we have Leo and Aries and Aquarius, okay? So these are the three signs showing up. So these could be signs that kind of signify the connection. We do have some, I feel, that are romantic here and some that are friendship-based, okay? Because Aquarius represents friendship, groups of friends. And then Leo can represent romantic, like partnerships, as an example, like romantic relationships and stuff like that. So I feel like it's probably going to be split between some of you. You're going to be asking, some of you are asking about a friend, and others are asking about something romantic here. We have you versus you. This is interesting because I do feel like this person has helped, you've helped them realize maybe ways in which they've been against themselves, the way they've held themselves back as well. We also have strong is beautiful, so perhaps there's also been an encouragement of strength. Perhaps even if you don't realize it, you've inspired them to kind of be stronger in themselves. And we have live, laugh, and love. So I definitely feel like a sense of happiness, lightness, that comes from you. That goes so well with the Sun card, actually. And we have, interestingly enough, we have some a mermaid. So there's elusivity, a lot of water energy, and like kind of sea energy, seashells. So that's quite interesting. There could be seas between you. Of course, I think of maybe there's a Neptunian connection, perhaps, in your charts, like a strong Neptunian connection, like kind of like a support, you know, in a good sense. Neptune connections can be quite supportive spiritually and emotionally, very sympathetic, very empathetic, very supportive, essentially. And we also have the star here too. So again, I think this person senses, and that's funny because Aquarius can be associated with the star card in tarot. So there might be a sense of like new beginnings, essentially, that you are helping this person with. Even if you aren't aware of it. You may be just helping them transition through something that you're not even aware of, as an example. And maybe they're not even, because sometimes people are just there for us during a time of change. And I feel like that's maybe what the case is here. We also have this key with the heart. So I do feel like this is a soul connection, that this was kind of meant to be, that there's a significant connection here. Hopefully that can go in, you know, forward many years ahead, as an example. But I feel like this person feels quite good about you. Like, I don't see any red flags or anything terrible. In fact, this is such a positive reading. I'm happy to hear. Sometimes I get these readings and I'm just like, ugh, this is not like, I kind of get sick of it. And this was just surprisingly positive. Like, I really like it. So, yay, 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 yay. I like that. So, I hope that this reading helped you guys understand the person on your mind, and I'm wishing you all the very, very best. Let me know if you have anything to say and down in the comments below. I love hearing from you all, and thank you so much for all of your kindness and your support. I'm wishing you lots of blessings, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 2 here, let's find out how your person's currently feeling about you. As I mentioned in the intro, this is timeless, so whenever you're feeling drawn to it, this can be the reading for you. We have flowers. Flowers will brighten up your space and create a fairy-friendly place. So clearly you bring a lot of happiness to this person, that you are bright, kind of like a flower. You know, flowers too, I often equate to our charts, our natal charts, and the way that the axes work, you know, the ascendant, descendant, IC, MC. And the blossom would be our MC. It's kind of like our reputation or our ultimate goal. And I wonder in some way if you've helped this person, or you are meant to help this person, kind of realize how they can blossom in the world, how they can be seen, how they can be recognized, or vice versa, okay? But let's see here. We have Rain, the Sun Dancers, and we have the Nine of Cups, Eight of Wands, and the Page of Wands. So there is a sense of playfulness here, definitely. A sense of playfulness, of excitement, and joy when it comes to you. There's a sense of this person feeling quite good about you in general. Like, you bring a lot of happiness to this person's life. This is a lot like group number 1. Very positive reading, to be honest. Rain. This card talks about, let's see here. It says, the conditions of greater prosperity are being met. Know that all will be well. Cleanse yourself of old, outdated views. You have everything you need to grow. Let yourself be cleansed. Well, that's a beautiful message. In some ways, I wonder if you've helped usher into this person's life a sense of joy, where they maybe kind of feel that. I hear that Here Comes the Sun song by the Beatles. So maybe this person, you know, feels like you've brought some sunshine into their life, or a sense of joy or purpose as well. We have joyful activities. So some of you might find that you do joyful activities with this person. Maybe you game together, or you hang out in the same group and kind of have fun together. There is a sense of like this person finding joy in you, which brings a lot of healing to them. as well, right? Because that rain talks about healing. So it's like you kind of brighten up their mood, essentially. There's also a sense of motivation here with the Eight of Wands, like in the Page of Wands. It's almost like you spark some sort of joy in this person that helps them want to be motivated to do bigger things, to do better things, to take on new adventures or new possibilities, to be honest. I feel like this person's like quite happy you're in their life, and they feel good around you. You just essentially like make them feel good. There could be, of course, with the Eight of Wands and the Page of Wands, a sense of excitement. Sometimes this can be attraction. Keep it resonating with your situation. If this person's shown attraction, this could definitely be, talking about the attractive feelings. The page is quite young though, so it's not necessarily always very dedicated per se. Sometimes it can be a bit flighty. Sorry if you hear a weird noise. I'm putting aloe vera on my fingers because I burned the heck out of them and they're really hurting. But I didn't want that to stop me from doing the reading. I had already shuffled the cards anyways. So, yeah, with that Page of Wands, though, I do sense that excitement. This person might like to talk to you about like new projects or creative ideas, or like life ideas, maybe like about their future paths, what they kind of want to happen. I feel like in a lot of ways, I feel like this person probably has a sense of trust in you. To be honest, I did get a song for you off of my shuffle. Now, I might get other songs as I'm kind of reading. I don't know this song, so I'm just going to tell you what it is. A Song for You by the Cordovas, okay? And it says, acted out my life on stages with 10,000 people watching and we're alone, and now I'm singing this song for you. Well, I know your image of me is what I hope it to be. I treated you unkindly, and oh, I didn't get the rest of the lyrics there. And now I'm so much better, and if my words don't come together, listen to the melody, because my love's in there hiding, and I love you in a place where there's no space and time. I love you for my life. You are a friend of mine. Interesting. So, clearly this person cares about you quite a lot, whoever you're asking about. They think of you at least as a friend. Like I said, I can't quite put my finger on this, on whether this is just a friendship or more. I think it's probably going to resonate on your situation, so treat it accordingly, the messages accordingly. Let me see here. How does group number 2 feel about that? Energy. Hold on, we dropped cards. Oh, that's funny. You know what's funny is that we have trust that fell out, and that's quite interesting because I had mentioned, for some reason, I feel like this person trusts that they can tell you things, that they can share some of their more, their bigger dreams with you. Let's see what else. We have knowledge as well. So there's a bed depicted here, which shows a sense of intimacy. That's where we go to sleep. We don't share our bed with just anybody. There's a sense of trust when you share a bed with somebody, or that part of yourself. And again, what do we have? We have dreams in bed when we sleep, or we think about all the things that we want to achieve. This may be that this person often talks to you while they're laying in bed, maybe before they go to sleep, but there's a sense of like really kind of opening up to you, and on this person's part. So even if you don't feel like they've opened up to you, they might have opened up to you a lot more than maybe you realize. There's also a sense of you bringing energy to them. We have energy, and we have that orange juice. Orange is a beautiful color for energy, right? And vitality. And so we have this sense of you kind of, and there's that dawn out there on the horizon. So it makes me feel that, you lift this person up, you bring optimism to them. They feel like you are able to kind of discuss things. And then we have this knowledge card here. And the numbers here are 30, 32, 31, 13. That's strange. A lot of threes, huh? 13, 31, 28, 32, and 35. Wow, okay, that's quite interesting. So these might be relevant to you in some way. Maybe these are ages. I feel like this person feels like you have a lot of knowledge to share with them. And you know, with the tea steeping there, the tea bag's still there, so the tea is still steeping. I do feel like this person feels like there's still so much more to learn from you, to grow from you, to find out from you as well. There's a lot of, and there's a sense of like, I think, community. We see that kind of picnic blanket. It's almost like this person feels like, you know, they like sitting there and discussing. That's what usually, I don't know, and my idea, that's when you drink tea, is when people come over and you drink tea together. That's how I've always done it. And it's like kind of visiting and talking and, you know, having good conversation as an example. So I definitely see that feeling there. For some reason, I feel like you guys have some sort of expertise on something, or something that they feel that holds knowledge. So perhaps you guys have philosophical discussions, or they feel like they can really get that from you. Maybe that sense of like deeper understanding. You know what I mean? Like somebody gets them. They also might look to you for some, with that Page of Wands there too, they might look to you for some kind of knowledge. Like they respect you naturally or something like that. Let's see. Yeah, and there's just something about you that really just brings joy to them. Like I can't say any more. It's just so straightforward. Let's get some charms. Very positive reading. I'm really happy about that. Okay, so group number 2. Okie dokie. Oh, there we go. We have good vibes here. So definitely bringing this person really good vibes, sprinkling good vibes into their life. You know what I mean? Like you bring this person a sense of happiness. We have dolphin here too, so that reminds me a lot of happiness. And energy. Dolphins are very energetic, very excitable. There's something about you that kind of just brings a lot of happiness to this person. We also have the lion here. We have 2 Leo signs here, so someone might have some strong Leo in their chart. Actually, okay, so sun, moon, rising, or maybe some kind of significant Leo placement. There's also a sense of friendship and romance sometimes with the Leo energy. Leo's the, you know, the 5th house, so it can talk about hobbies. So maybe some of you share a hobby. Also, again, there might be a sense of like just enjoying each other. Of course, there might be romantic feelings here for some of you too. We also have, because we have the wedding rings here, so the rings connected tell me that this could be a partnership for some of you, okay? And also maybe a long-term friendship, like one that will last for a long time. We have love here with an arrow, so struck in the heart. I do feel for a lot of you this could be romantic, or headed towards romantic possibilities. We have, let's see what else. We have Scorpio too. So Leo and Scorpio, very interesting. So challenging energies, right? But that's how we learn. That's how we learn, when there are challenging energies together. Because they're both fixed signs. For some of you, this could be like a secret love affair for a few of you. Or secret love feelings, because Scorpio can be quite secretive at times. And if I would think about that combination in a chart, that could be something. Let's see here. We have a feather here. So I think of feathers as like good omens, signs from the universe. You might receive a lot of signs from the universe in regards to this person. They might also receive signs about you. We have this beautiful rose in the heart. So again, a lot of heart energy, a lot of love, a lot of caring. And we have made with love as well. For some of you, I don't know why, but I feel like you could have a child with this person, or maybe if you're in a relationship, you may have one in the future, if you want that, or maybe create something together that's made with love. I know that's very specific. Don't run away with it too much, especially if you barely know this person. Let's be practical. We have thank you. I feel like this person has a lot to thank you for. Like they feel like you've really changed them in some way or helped them. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, we also have the suitcase here. So the suitcase has, it says Moscow, London, Hong Kong. So we did have different cities here. So maybe this person's a traveler, or maybe there's distance or foreign impacts between the two of you. Maybe you're from different cultures or different places, or maybe one of you is quite the traveler. Or something along those lines. We have this blue mushroom. Now, of course, blue mushrooms tend to be, you know, there's a sense of like releasing toxicity is what I get. That's for some reason what it's always intuitively said to me. That particular charm. It's kind of like, I don't know, it feels to me as if it's like releasing toxins, but sometimes releasing them is good because it gets out of the system, right? There's also a sense of wishing upon a star, like wishing for you, feeling good with you, and we have that Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, so it's almost like a wish come true. We have this key here, so this definitely tells me that there's a significance here. I feel, though, like there's just a lot of like support here. You know what's interesting too is that we have the seahorse. The seahorse can, my daughter was just telling me this the other day, and I feel like probably a lot of you already know this, but male seahorses can actually carry children, and or baby seahorses. And so there's a sense of like sometimes that supportive, kind of like swapping the tradition or something like that too. I don't know, but I don't know if that will mean anything to anybody. Don't hold on too tight if it doesn't, but maybe teaching each other different roles in life could be something here. We also have the butterfly again, so it does remind me of change and hope and possibility and positive outcomes, because you know it's a cycle to become a butterfly. And then we have this Mario mushroom. So this mushroom signifies, you know, like leveling up, getting bigger. So it feels like something about this connection is made to help level each other up. And there's abundance here with the fish. Possibilities for plenty of, there might be a monetary rewards in the future as an example, or just simply feeling like you give a lot to this person essentially. But yeah. Oh, by the way, with the Made with Love, and I said that some of you could have a child with this person in the future, we also have that Leo energy, which can rule children. So that's funny. I just thought about that, just struck me. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys that chose group. And maybe some of you have a child with this person, I'm not sure. Obviously, maybe that could be the case for some of you, but I am excited to do this reading. I hope it helped bring some insight to the person, and I wish you all the very, very best. I hope that this reading finds you happy and healthy and happy, and I said that twice, and that's okay. It's Mercury retrograde. Please forgive me. Okay, lots of love, guys, and I'll see you on the next reading. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 3 here, this is going to be your reading. Let's dig in and find out how the person you're asking about is currently feeling about you. So if you've been drawn to this group, this should have some answers for you, hopefully. So we have the card, you're on the right path. The way ahead is clear and true. You've chosen the right path for you. So there's a sense of this person feeling as if they've made the correct choice. Let's read the cards a little bit more and figure out what that might mean. We have water here. With creation, the eyes of beauty, positive expectations and clarity. We have the Ten of Cups, the Tower, and the King of Swords. So that's quite interesting. Let's see. So the King of Swords could imply somebody who's an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, okay? So they might have strong air in their chart, this person. This also, it talks about somebody who's quite a logical person. They tend to try to evaluate things in their mind. They tend to be the type to think about things before they feel it. you know what I mean? They will ruminate a lot when they have feelings too. They'll think a lot about how they're feeling, why they're feeling, what's going on. They'll always try to dissect it a little bit. It doesn't mean that they're devoid of feelings. It just means that they tend to think a lot more about their feelings is what they do. They'll rationalize and they'll try to figure out what's going on. They need a plan. They need answers. This is the, the seeker energy, the one who's seeking information, seeking accuracy, seeking clarity, essentially, which is right there with the eyes of beauty. Now, I would say that this person there's an interesting thing here, because I feel like for some of you, this person feels like, and there's a few different things here. So this person, essentially, with the Ten of Cups, feels like quite positive about you. There's a sense of fulfillment, of hope, of emotional contentment. But we also have the Tower energy, which we can't deny. There's a sense of perhaps change, upheaval as well. So this might be that these feelings have taken this person by surprise. Maybe they're usually a pessimist, but they've found a lot of hope in your connection. They might be kind of attached to hopefully a positive outcome. Now, for others of you, it might be a struggle, okay? Because I said the King of Swords tends to think a lot, analyze a lot. Any kind of air energy tends to do that. Or even anybody with like Moon Mercury conjunct in their chart is an example too, which is like, an air planet with the emotional planet, right? We have somebody who could think a lot about their emotions. And sometimes the thoughts can spur emotions too, right? So we have maybe somebody who kind of deviates between feeling quite optimistic versus feeling pessimistic, okay? So it could be a little bit of an up and down here for this person at times, okay? In terms of their feelings. What did I do? Okay, there we go. I want to read the water card really quickly. Number 29. So we have 29, 25, 16, and 10 are the numbers. Water. It says, flow forward with grace and confidence. Be true to your emotions. Do not allow yourself to become stagnant in your ways. Creation is your birthright. Consider what is vital to your happiness and ensure that you seek it. Wow, so that's interesting information. It says, as the climate warms, the pressure on water supply will become acute. Also, places that flooded only occasionally may do so with greater volume and frequency, causing destruction and imbalance. So that's quite interesting too, a little message there in that card. So water can be nourishing, but it can also be destructive. Too much emotion can be destructive. So maybe for some of you, this person, especially if they were hot at one point, they might have pulled back because their emotions were getting the better of them. Maybe they were afraid of destructive feelings or feelings that could bring pain or destruction, like essentially. Especially if you did find that you're in a connection that's very volatile or very hard to kind of make happen. If there are certain difficulties that lie between the two of you, it might be that this person's kind of taking a step back and overthinking a little bit. I would like to say, though, I feel like this person, they want the best. They feel like they want the truth. They want answers. They want something positive here. They want a happy ending. And they feel drawn to you. You're on the right path. The way ahead is clear and true. You've chosen the right path for you. So this person does feel drawn to you. They do feel like you're part of the path, but something about the path feels destructive at this time. And I don't know if that's because there's been difficulties between you, or maybe there are situations that are quite difficult between the two of you. But let us see a little bit more. How is Group 3's person feeling about them? What are their current feelings? Courage. Confidence, and Aphrodite's love spell. Courage and confidence. So we have 29, 25, 17, 32, and 1, as well as 16 and 10. So those are numbers that could be relevant. I'm just going to name them out there. I feel in the mood to do this today. I don't know why. Oh, in your song, I did a song for each group, and yours is Run by Snow Patrol. That's quite an old song. I was surprised it came up, but it says, you've been the only thing that's right in all I've done, and I can barely look at you, but every single time I do, I know we'll make it anywhere away from here. Light up, even as if you have a choice, even if you cannot hear my voice, I'll be right beside you, dear. So there's essentially, there's a comfort here. This person, I feel like they want to comfort you. Look at this. It's almost like a higher self is putting the arm around this girl here. And I almost feel like this person's quite supportive of you. It's almost like this person wants you to be courageous, to follow your inner light in some way, to be in tune with your emotions and your inner fire. I feel like this person wants you to be confident. Perhaps maybe they're trying to encourage you to make some sort of life-altering choice, or maybe there's life-altering choices involved in this connection somehow, because the Tower can be like quite crazy. It's not always a bad thing, especially with the cards surrounding it. You know what I mean? Context matters, of course, you know, in terms of the cards, but and what they're kind of surrounded by. If it was the Five of Swords in the Tower, then, well, smoke, you know, I would be like, oh, you know, this is bad. But, you know, or this is destructive a little bit. But this is kind of like somebody who wants to make something happen despite maybe obstacles or difficulties or a lack of hope. With Aphrodite's love spell, well, you know, this could be clearly a love connection, one that feels like they're under your spell. What in the fuck is this sound? It's my pipes. I'm sorry if that noise is annoying you. It's annoying me. It's like it's non-stop today. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Yeah, as soon as I stop, then it does it again, huh? So, confidence, so encourage. It feels like I said, perhaps you bring this person a sense of confidence and courage themselves as well. Maybe you make them feel that way because you bring a sense of support to them. Okay, so this can go either way. But I do feel like this person wants to support you too. This person, there's also a sense of calmness. What's weird, and I feel like for some of you, this person, and maybe this isn't going to resonate with everybody, especially like if you're just getting to know this person, it almost feels like this person is calm in this connection because they understand that everything will work out as it must, or it will. And I feel like for a lot of you, this person has faith that it's going to work out in their favor, the way that they want it to. Like all the right things will fall apart in order to be together, as an example. Or it's like they just feel it, like they know it. Air signs are very intuitive, by the way. All signs are. All signs are. It's more about house placements, anyways. But to me, in aspects. But there is a lot of very intuitive people can have a lot of air in their chart. So, group number 3's person. How are they feeling? Maybe someone had a birthday recently. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. We've got this birthday cake. So someone might have had a birthday recently, is what I wanted to say there. We also have this teardrop. So there might have been some tears shed or comfort here. We do have someone quite busy here. It says to do, drink tea, make shit, pet animals, and die. So, of course, this could talk about both having very sarcastic senses of humor, but this also could talk about, like, you know, to do, like a to-do list. So somebody who has a lot of things on their plate, as an example, somebody who's very busy. We also have this sense of autumn here and of things falling away. So maybe there are certain changes going on in life. Maybe this person feels that. We have as well, she believed she could, so she did. That's crazy. Again, it goes with that confidence and that courage. It's like a person who wants you to be yourself. Be yourself, that's all. Yeah, audio slave is what comes to my mind. But we have, she believed she could, so she did. And it's like somebody who really wants confidence to be had. I don't know. I wonder if for some of you, they want you to be a confident person. They want you to find strength in yourself for some particular reason. We have Treasure Island. So perhaps, you know what's interesting? We have Treasure Island and we have Sagittarius. So there might be a distance here for some of you. Sagittarius can rule foreign people or foreign lands. So in Treasure Island, of course, I think of like sea distances and stuff like that, of course. So definitely perhaps that could be something here. We also have, of course, with Treasure Island, the sense of destiny, a sense of getting to some kind of destination that will bring happiness. So it's almost like kind of going along with this. You're on the right path. You've chosen the right path for you. So something about this person feeling so drawn to the path with you, or somehow drawn to you, knowing that everything will work out as it must, as I think it will. We have the baby carriage and a child. So that's, I'm not sure how that's going to relate to some of you. Of course, you know, baby carriages bring movement. Maybe this person wants to have children with you, or they hope to, or they already have. That's kind of interesting. Of course, this could be lighting up their inner child and bringing out a lot of those feelings, kind of like that youthful excitement, especially if they've been kind of a skeptical person. You might have brought out like a sense of optimism in them. A sense of newfound, you know, feelings and excitement, as an example too. We also have You Are My Sunshine. So that song could be relevant. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Yeah, that song. Maybe it's relevant. That song pops up a lot for me, actually, on my shuffle. It's a Johnny Cash version too. I don't know why. It comes on a lot and I'm like, interesting. Okay. We have 2 keys here. So definitely in terms of significance, it seems like there's a significance here in the relationship. Probably, I don't know. I always feel like when I see this and I'll think of nodal contacts between you, or vertex or something like that, or angular contacts or inner planets kind of touching each other. It feels very significant to this person for sure. We have Pisces and Sagittarius, so this is quite interesting. Both of these areas can talk about foreign places, actually. Secluded places, or being in seclusion from each other. So I have a good feeling that some of you, and even Cinderella, is separated from the prince. So I have a good feeling a lot of you are at a distance from this person. You're not seeing them a whole lot. This also can talk about somebody who's kind of hiding their feelings as well. We have a planet here, so planetary kind of contacts between you. Maybe one of you is really into astrology as well. And then we have the starfish. So I think of starfishes. I just said that. Don't tell anyone. I'm a former English teacher. Oh gosh, we're not perfect, you know. Sometimes we can slip up. No, but there's this sense of like calming. Let me look, actually. I want to look in my book here. Let me try to get it towards me. I want to see what it says here in my book about starfish, because I know that says something. Keep your senses open to the new opportunities that are about to appear, and trust your intuition about which ones are right for you to take advantage of. You're on the right path. Oh wow, that goes right back into it, doesn't it? In spite of what others say, do things you want to, even if it's unusual or different from how people would do them. So there might be something unusual about the connection even. There's no need to hurry, so take your time to getting where you want to go. Yeah, you know, that's what I said though. It's almost like this person has trust that everything's going to work out, so it's like they're kind of chill about it. It's like they're like, it'll all work out the way it's meant to. You know what I mean? It's almost like this person's just gonna wait. Like, and they're like, it'll all come together. Someone in your circle of friends or family is in need of your compassionate understanding. Whoa. This is crazy. Okay, yeah. Meditate on the felt connection to all that is in your place on earth and in the cosmos. So that's quite interesting as well. So maybe teaching this person to kind of feel very more spiritual, because that Pisces energy, tapping into the cosmos, the unknown, the subconscious, the other realms, that's very much Piscean. So wow, that's crazy. But I love that. It says someone in your circle of friends or family is in need of your compassionate understanding. You remember I told you in that card I was sensing like a strong compassionate energy from this person. It's almost like somebody who wants to support you, you know? So yeah, we have that Cinderella thing here. So again, I feel like that kind of maybe goes back into the idea of like Cinderella needed a compassionate understanding. She was, you know, you know, the stepdaughter of a bitch. So she was in a, you know, a terrible situation. Maybe this person feels like, you know, you're taken advantage of or something like that, or that you need support and kindness at times. That perhaps you are, you know, in a period of discovering your true power is an example too. Because, you know, Cinderella had to get that courage, the guts, the support to kind of make these big decisions and get out of stuck situations. So I wonder if this person feels like somehow they can guide you this way, or hoping that they can guide you this way, to take advantage of your true power. So that is what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 3. I hope that it finds you well. I hope that it helps. I hope that it was, you know, useful and interesting. Let me know in the comments below what you thought, and I'm sending y'all lots and lots of love. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 4 here, this is going to be your reading. So let's go ahead and get into it and find out how your person's currently feeling about you at this moment. Of course, I hope you use your intuition to really choose the group. It's up to you as the viewer to make sure you're picking the right piles. So please, you know, definitely hoping that you found the right pile for yourself. So we have release, and it says sometimes the only thing to do is laugh or cry. It's up to you. So a sense of feeling of release. This does make me feel of somebody who's not trying to control the situation. Okay, so that vibe really calls out to me right away. I feel like this person probably isn't so much controlling of the situation or the outcome at this time. So they might be very hands off, or not really trying to make any sudden moves, or you know, try to guide the relationship in any such way at the time, at this time. So we have as well Adams building. You actually had 2 cards come out, and that's card number 40, and then we have card number 10 here with Fury, Bushfires. And then we have the Spirit Whisperer, Divine Guidance, Higher Knowing, number 3. And then we have the 9 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Pentacles. I am sensing quite a hands-off approach at the moment. Okay, so this is a bit different than a lot of the other groups today. This one feels a little bit more detached in some way. So what we have here is somebody who feels positively about you. We have the 9 of Cups, so there's a sense of positivity. I don't feel like this person has any negative feelings towards you. Perhaps they're still evaluating the situation. If you've recently met this person, they might still be trying to kind of understand what this connection means, and they're perhaps not ready to invest anything at this time. Okay, so it might be that they're just trying to building up trust or understanding. Now, let me see something. Let's go ahead and read the Adams card and the Bushfires card. So Adams talks about everything is connected by the same building blocks of matter. You are electric and vibrating in motion. Being stagnant in your beliefs and growth is unnatural. Building and changing is natural. There is room for infinite variety. So that's quite interesting, because we talk about this infinite variety, right? I feel like this person in some way is kind of allowing for whatever happens to happen, essentially. Like they're not, I don't feel like this person's holding on to an outcome right now. I feel like their feeling is that whatever happens, happens, essentially. And they don't want to really control or take action at this time. We have Bushfire, and it says extreme emotions, once engaged, are hard to put back in the container. Anger is a healthy emotion, yet fury is less necessary. Warlike emotion should be tempered unless survival requires it. Emotional intelligence is required at this time. Well, I mean, for some of you, this could indicate you've had an argument with this person, which won't be true for all of you. But if you have had an argument with this person, I would say that perhaps they feel like this is the best at this moment, because maybe the emotions are high. Okay, now for all of you, that might not be the case, of course. Maybe this is a person who's afraid to engage with deep emotion at times, to kind of disrupt the balance. The 9 of Cups is somebody who feels a lot of self-calm, self-appreciation, self-happiness, and feels quite calm within themselves. And perhaps this is a person who really evaluates what they let into their feelings. Maybe they kind of have a wall up, right, of protection, because we have that 4 of Pentacles. And sometimes that can be about somebody who Well, first of all, I feel like this is a person that once they're invested, they will be invested for a long time. So maybe they're very wise about what they invest their time in because they can become very emotionally attached. So there's something about this person that's kind of trying to not allow their feelings to do much at this time. It feels like they're more conscious of allowing whatever happens essentially is what I'm getting. But I would say that this person feels positively about you for the most part. Now, for some of you, if you have argued and you know that they might be a little bit upset, that could be the case here with the bushfires. And of course, that could indicate that they kind of want to keep quiet at this time so that they don't say the wrong thing. But that's not going to be for all of you. Group number 4. How's group number 4's person feeling? So we have glamour. This came out in group number 1 here. We have friendship, grace. Okay, so interestingly enough, one of the cards that fell down is harvest. And I'm going to bring that up here because I think it's actually quite important. So with the patient energy of that 7 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles, this might be a person who is patient. They invest, they build, and then they find out where it goes. Like, this isn't a person to kind of step right into something. I feel like this is a person whose feelings are very much around friendship. Okay, this person, like I said, feels quite positively about you. For a lot of you, this is a friendship. And they don't want to get fooled, perhaps based on previous things that have happened to them. Of course, that bushfire could indicate like maybe destruction in their life, where their emotion got so highly invested into something, so they've created a cautious energy towards relationships in general. Maybe they don't they're kind of protective of themselves in that way. This person could be quite intuitive too, and they kind of follow their intuition a lot more than you might realize. And what their gut says, and maybe their gut says to be cautious for some reason. Doesn't mean that they think you're scary or bad or anything like that, but it might be a person who really also waits for proof. And I told this to group number 1, but the glamour card, of course, these are spell cards, so glamour can bring a sense of glamour to someone. So what it can do is hide the reality at times. So in this case, I feel like this is a person who's trying to make sure that it's real. That it's not just a phase, it's not just a feeling that's passing, it's not just a glamour, that you are who you say you are, that you are who they think you are. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like a person who values friendship and builds upon that. So this might be a person that's actually, there's a word, and maybe some of you can correct me in the comments on this, or tell me what it is. It's not asexual, but it's, what is it? The one who needs to build a romantic relationship on friendship first. I know I can't remember the term of it. I should know this because I've known people who told me they have this before. And I'm one of these people actually myself. My Aquarius descendant likes friendship first, but in relationship. But yeah, like it's vital for them to kind of feel a friendship or a kinship. Now, that's if this is romantic. For a lot of you, this is a friendship. And so this is what this person's comfortable, and that's what they feel towards you right now. There's also a sense of grace here. But with that harvest card, going back to that, like I said, with the glamour and the harvest, it's almost like somebody who's really wanting to see if the proof is in the pudding, as they say. And so we have this idea that this person feels like they want to see what the reality is, what they're going to get out of this. And that's funny because the 7 of Pentacles too can talk about delays, or about delayed success, or kind of investing, right? Investing patiently and waiting. So this isn't a person who's jumping in on anything. They're just kind of waiting to see what happens, what comes out of this, essentially. So I don't know, for some of you, you might know this person very little at this time. For others of you, of course, maybe you know them more, but they're just kind of still getting to know you. Or again, if you've had some kind of falling out, there might be just something that they need more proof. They need more, they feel like they need more to kind of make bases for future choices. So this does feel like somebody who's kind of not taking a lot of action. Like I said, I think a few times already, but I just want to reiterate that fact that I feel like this is a person who's not really taking action. They kind of are releasing expectations and kind of just following their intuition and not getting too attached is one thing I'm feeling. Kind of waiting, like I said, to see where things go, what they're going to harvest, essentially. So group number 4's person, how do they feel? Okay, I feel strong friendship vibes, guys. I'm just going to be honest with you. We have a lot of that, especially if you guys are asking about a crush. I have a good feeling that this is somebody who is more interested in friendship. We have a 0, which is a dog, ghost dog. And dogs to me represent friendship and loyalty. We also have Nala, okay, from Lion King. She's a friend of Simba. Now, it does grow into something more in the future. So like I said, for some of you, this might be something that grows in the future. There's that possibility, possibly, if it makes sense. But Aquarius, too, talks about friendship groups and stuff like that. So it does feel like there's a strong friend vibe here. I'm wondering if some of you might even, too, have a friend on your crush or something. Have a friend on your crush. Have a crush on your friend. Mercury retrograde. Sometimes I just say everything all wrong. So, let's see here. There's definitely a sweetness. And again, strawberries, harvest. You know, picking it when it's ripe, when it's sweet. So it's like a person who is patient in how they kind of act and react. I do feel like with these two kind of like horse-like images, one of you is a little bit more grounded than the other. Okay, one of you might be a little bit more practical than the other person, is what I'm getting. Maybe one of you is a little bit more dreamy. We also have that Virgo and Pisces, so that's quite interesting as well because these are opposing energies. Virgo is very practical, Pisces is very dreamy. So I'm definitely getting like a sense of you guys being kind of opposite in the way that you come about things. One of you being more practical, the other one being a little bit more, like one more grounded and one a little bit more up in the clouds. Okay, we also have that unicorn. So I do feel like maybe unicorns are important to the connection, but I also think that this person probably sees you as quite magical. The song Little Wing by Jimi Hendrix comes to mind while she's walking through the clouds on a, gosh, what are the lyrics? That song used to come up for me a lot. I had this weird synchronicity where I heard it in the, like, even in the physical therapy office that I was going to, after it kept popping on my shuffle, and I was like, how weird, that's not even his most popular song. But yeah, so that song came to me a little bit. And we have the key here, so I do feel like a soul connection, a significant connection. And this is funny, the starfish came out again. So this is a, you know, a card of compassion, but also flexibility and patience. So I feel like this person is patient in how things turn out. There isn't a whole lot of, and there's kind of some fixed kind of energy here and mutable energy. So it's almost like somebody who's not action oriented at this time in regards to the connection either. We have this coin here, which is the Chinese coin. So this might be somehow connected. But value, and again, this might show someone's earthly sense of like, I need the proof, I need to see it, to believe it, kind of thing here too. We also have the bicycle, so of course this talks about movement perhaps as well. Maybe some of you like riding bikes, but we have this gift too. And the gifts, you know what's funny about gifts is that sometimes gifts can be something that we want to tear open. I feel like this is a person who waits to open the gifts. They'll open it when the time is right. So that's really interesting. It's like they're waiting for the right timing, and there's a sense of patience there on their part. How many of you, by the way, when you were younger, did you want, like during Christmas time or during holidays when you saw the gifts around, did you want to open them up and peek, or did you like to wait and see? See, my daughter's always been one that would want to wait and see. I was always one that would try to peek, and in fact I opened up a lot of presents and would re-wrap them because I was a shithead. But I'm like an Aries stellium, so you know that's where that comes from. But you know, this is almost like a person who does delayed gratification. I learned to do that as I got older, for sure. I no longer peak anymore, and I haven't for many years, because I kind of had one Christmas completely ruined by my peaking, and it just really taught me a lesson about delayed gratification, and I feel like I was able to kind of tap into that Mars energy, my Taurus and Mars energy, a little bit better. But yeah, delayed gratification might be something that this person does. You know, they might not feel like they need to open up everything right away or get the answers right away. So there's a sense of, like, again, like I said, release, or not trying to kind of guide the expectations, just accepting it for what it is and seeing where things go, right? And again, I said there's a practical sense to this person, I feel, as well. So a grounded sense of them not really getting too in the clouds about something, or too excitable, and stuff like that. So that's what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 4. Quite a different energy, I feel like, for a lot of you than the other groups, but I'm curious to see how it resonates with you guys. If you felt like you chose wrong pile, go back to the beginning and see if you feel drawn to a different one. It's, you know, about our intuition, and kind of like making sure we're choosing the right groups too. So if you're feeling like this is totally off, then maybe do like a little cleanse or something like that. Sorry, my stomach is growling. I need to go eat. Anyways, I'm sending you all lots of blessings and love. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next reading. Bye-bye.